I want you to look down at your feet and tell me what you see on your feet.
Forest floor.
And do you see your feet?
Yes.
Are they bare or do they have something on them?
Dirt.
Okay. Now I want you to become more aware of your body and tell me if you're wearing anything on your body.
No.
And does it look like a male body or a female body?
Female.
Are you young or old?
Young.
About what age are you?
28.
Mhm. And are you healthy or ill?
Healthy.
Are you completely naked?
Yes.
And do you see anybody around you?
No. Just trees.
Are you a human?
Yes, but my skin is paler. Almost like a pale blue.
Okay. Is there anything else that looks or seems different to you from a human form that you're familiar with?
It's like I don't have a pinky.
So do you only have 4 fingers
Yes.
on your hands?
Yes.
What about your feet?
They look the same.
Okay. And what about your height? About how tall are you?
I feel taller than I am now. 6 feet maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe a little taller.
So I want you to become aware of why you are in that particular spot right now. Are you going somewhere? Are you doing anything?
I feel like I'm going to a cave.
Okay. And is that a cave where you live?
I think so.
Okay. So allow the time to move swiftly. And on the count of 3, I want you to stand in front of the place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. What do you see?
I'm floating in a pool now inside the cave. Shimmering crystal ceiling, walls, everything. Almost like they're lighting up like stars, but not stars.
So where's the light coming from?
Creatures, maybe.
It sounds really beautiful.
It's like shimmering and twinkling like stars.
Okay.
I'm floating there like,
Are you floating on the surface?
yes.
And is this for relaxation or for some other purpose?
I think it's for meditating.
Mm-hmm. And when you meditate, do you look at those shimmering crystals or walls around you?
Yes.
How do they help you with your meditation?
Feels like I'm floating in space.
And so tell me what happens next.
I'm with owls now in like a pool, but a natural pool, like a hot spring, I guess.
With owls?
Yeah, like they're my family and all. I'm an owl too now.
Oh, okay. Is it in the same lifetime?
I'm not sure.
And as an owl, what do you do?
We're bathing ourselves in the hot spring.
Hmm. And then what happens?
There's one that feels like he's just watching me,
Hmm.
but I'm not sure if I know him. Other owls feel like they know me, like they're my family, maybe from over there.
Are you a male or a female?
I think I'm still a female, but I can tell that this one looking at me is a male.
So move a little bit in time to the moment when something significant happens. Just allow the images to come to you. What do you see?
I'm spinning in my grandma's hot tub, my soul family or spirit family. I feel like I'm there spinning
Okay. Are you spinning all together or just by yourself?
by myself.
And is it a pleasant sensation?
Yes. I feel them like hands pulling me up. And there's all these voices in my head telling me to go.
Go where?
I don't know where they want to take me.
So I want you to ask them in your mind where they want you to go. And the answer will become clear to you.
The light.
Okay. Are you ready to go there and look?
Yes.
So go into that light and tell me what happens there. What are you experiencing?
It's so peaceful and bright. Just like an overwhelming feeling like my heart's gonna explode.
Okay. Just allow the feelings to come to you gently to the extent that you can handle them safely and comfortably. And continue telling me what you're experiencing.
Like all of us just together. And I feel everyone's energy and love. But it's just like light, like our souls all connected. It's one big bright ball of light.
And are you there with your soul family?
More like the whole universe of souls.
Beautiful. And as you're there, can you become aware of the soul that is now your partner?
Yeah.
So I want that soul to come forward. And as you connect with it, I want you to become aware of the reasons for the experiences that you have with him right now.
I just feel a lot of pain.
And what does he have to say to you about that?
He's sorry
What is the reason for his part in this?
to teach me unconditional love.
Is there anything else that he has to say to you to make you become clearer about your connection, what your next step should be, perhaps?
He said, just live.
And are you clear on what that means for you?
No, I'm not sure if that means to live without him or live with him.
Become more clear on your soul connection with him. What may come into focus is the time when both of you made decisions to come together. And as you were making those decisions, there was a number of potentials unfolded before you. Those potentials can now come into your view and into your awareness. And as you become aware, the lessons you chose to experience together and the help you chose to provide to one another, you become clearer about your path moving forward.
Separate.
And if you walk separately, is there still an energy of unconditional love and support on a soul level between you?
Yes.
Deeply feel that, absorb that. And know that whatever paths you walk in a human form, you're deeply committed to each other on a soul level. In fact, so committed that you were willing to come together and play these two parts that might lead you in different paths. And so at this point, I'd like you to give him a hug and thank him for the information he has provided to you. And take his genuine love for you with you in your heart, wherever you go. And as he fades away, I want you to become aware of any other appropriate information in terms of your non-human experiences.
I'm back in the forest.
And what do you see around you?
My family.
Are you all in a physical form?
Yes.
And are you that humanoid with pale blue skin?
Yes.
So tell me who's around you.
My partner, my two daughters, and I also have a baby boy.
And are you still the 28-year-old young woman?
Yes.
What are you all doing at this moment?
I'm sitting with my baby, and the girls are playing with the dad.
How are they playing?
In a little stream.
Are you the only family around, or are there other people that live close to you?
It's just us.
How far are others from you?
There's no one around right now.
If you wanted to find other people, how long would you have to walk?
Not far. I see tree houses.
Okay, so there are others around you.
I see the houses, but nobody else.
Can you tell me what the houses look like?
Like tree houses, but like really intricate, circular almost.
On the count of 3, you'll be standing inside of a treehouse, and I want you to describe it to me as much as you can. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you see.
There's a bridge connecting them.
Connecting the houses?
Yeah, it's like a system of houses. They go up different levels. They look really beautiful. And they're all circular in shape.
What are they made out of?
Wood, different kinds of wood.
Is the wood shaped in some way?
Yeah, it's like circular, like cylindrical, bamboo almost.
So how do you prepare the wood for building? Are there tools that you use?
Yeah, an axe and rope really strongly. Leaf they shred and made a rope with, like a braid made of shredded leaves. And they build doors.
And these houses, where are they located exactly?
Like a higher part of the forest. Like where we were playing was kind of down in like a valley. And these houses are further up on a mountain.
Are they built on the ground,
No,
in a tree?
yes, high in the tree.
Are the trees big enough to hold the houses then?
Yes, they're bigger than trees here.
And why do you build the houses up there and not on the ground?
I feel like it's because we're shape shifting into the owls. Like the owls and them are one.
So you become the owls.
Yes. We actually shift into an owl, like metamorphosis.
Okay.
Because when we're human, we're humanoid. Our ears are pointy, like an owl's.
Hmm. So what do you make the roof out of the house?
Rows of the cut bamboo, almost like a teepee kind of roof.
Hmm. And do you live in those houses in your families?
Yes.
And what do you do during the day?
Care for the kids, go exploring, work in the garden.
Do you
There's a,
grow your own food?
oh yes, there's a huge garden in the valley.
So you have to get down from the trees to go into the garden?
Yes.
How do you get down from the tree?
I feel like I fly down or like jump and glide, like a smooth glide.
Do you put something on your body for the gliding?
No, it's almost like a paragliding suit. Like my body is already webbed for it.
Mm. So it transforms for the glide.
Yes.
And you're still not wearing any clothing.
No.
And so when you get down, can you take me to your garden and tell me what you have there?
All kinds of fruits and vegetables. There's fruit trees and nut trees surrounding the valley.
Is it one big garden for all of the people, or do you grow individual things?
Just one big garden we all share.
Mhm. Can you tell me what kind of fruits you have?
Mm, would compare it to maybe something like that place from Avatar, Pandora, really bright and vivid colors, and the fruits are huge.
So look at one fruit and get a very clear image in your mind.
There's this vine of like big purple looking pomegranates,
Mhm.
like a blueberry, but a pomegranate.
Are you aware of what you call it?
No,
Okay. Go ahead and move to another fruit and become very aware what it looks like. Perhaps you can touch it and feel the texture, maybe smell it and describe it to me.
there's one that's very like bubbly looking, like an oversized raspberry,
Mm-hmm.
yellow, kind of citrusy. And you could pick the big bulbs.
Okay. What does it taste like?
Made my mouth water, like sour, tangy.
Do you eat it by itself or do you mix it with some other fruits?
You can mix it with other sweeter fruits.
So when you eat, how do you prepare your meals?
Everything's raw, pretty
Mhm.
much. The vegetables and the fruit is like a grain, like rice you can cook. The beans,
Do you cook them over a fire or in some other way?
the fire, green.
The fire is green.
Yeah.
And how do you cook it? Do you have some sort of containers?
Yeah, there's pots and pans, clay, not like metal.
Can you find a vegetable and then describe it to me, please?
Like a squash, got a hard shell, brownish, light brown, has a big stem. It's a meaty squash, not like a squash here, like a denser.
Eggplant type of texture?
Yeah, like eggplant. It doesn't have seeds, I don't think.
And do you grow the garden all year round, or do you have seasons when things don't grow?
We're able to grow all year long.
And what's the climate like where you live?
Warm, like a tropical place.
Can you tell me more about your fire? I'm intrigued that it's green. How do you start it?
There's wood, and there's substance in like a pit with moss around, but there's like shards at the bottom, like glass or shards of something that they use to start the fire.
Where do you get glass from?
It might be the crystals from the cave. Looks like pieces of broken crystals they use to start the fire.
And do you use fire for anything else other than cooking your grains?
Light,
Or
warm.
do you need to use it for protection in any way?
No.
Do you feel safe in that area where you live?
Yes.
Is there any other life around, any other forms of life?
No, not that I can see.
Do you have birds around you?
Yes. We live with the birds.
hmm Is it just the owls or other types?
All I can see is owls.
And so you said that you go exploring sometimes during the day. I'd like you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that you went exploring. I'd like you to take me along and tell me what you're observing.
A beach, lots of shells. I like to go collect the shells.
Is it a big body of water?
I see dolphins. Looks like they're jumping in the background.
Do you interact with dolphins?
Yes, I can swim with them.
And when you summon them, can you communicate with them?
Yes, through our minds. Like they can communicate with us telepathically.
Would you be willing to summon them now and communicate with them?
Yes,
So as you greet them, I'd like you to ask them what their connection is to you, and just let me know what they answer.
they are me.
And what role do they play in this life for you?
They seem very excited to see me, almost like children. I feel like they represent my inner child.
And do they have a message for you about this particular life experience? Something that would be important and appropriate for us to know?
She needs to be healed.
And what type of healing does she need to have?
Spiritual, emotional, physical.
And am I talking to the dolphins directly right now?
Yes,
Are you able to help her with the healing right now?
yes.
And why does she need that healing?
Her mom, she wasn't emotionally there. And feeling nauseous might be easier.
As you take your next breath, that feeling will begin to flush out of your body. You will feel this wave of soothing energy.
I just feel hot.
Okay. And let's go back to the dolphins and just see what they're working on in terms of healing. Is the heat something the dolphins are using to do the healing?
No,
Is the heat the result of the healing?
I think so.
Okay.
And I was really nauseous. When it started to go away, it was like the wave of heat. Hands and feet got tingly.
I'd like to speak to the dolphins again.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you're doing to her body right now to create that emotional, spiritual, and physical healing?
Swimming around her in a circle,
Mm-hmm.
creating waves of energy to go to her. A lot of bubbles, like a circle.
Is it creating the outcome that you're looking to create?
She's happy.
Is this what will bring about healing?
Yes, accepting herself.
Now, do you work with other humans in the same way or just with her?
All humans.
Are all humans in that location right now aware of what you can do, and do they all interact with you and communicate with you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Is there anything else that needs to happen for her? Is the healing completed for now?
Not to stress.
And this healing that you're doing for her right now, is it going to reverberate into other lifetimes for her?
Yes.
So she's going to be able to bring it through to the
Yeah.
present.
Yes. Broken cycles.
It's breaking the cycles.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Is it complete?
No.
Okay. So as you continue with the healing and take as much time as you need, we were exploring our planet. Can you tell me something about where she lives and her people from your perspective, from the dolphin perspective?
Star system in Andromeda, much like our star system, except in our sky you can see many moons. One in particular is pretty big, astonishingly big.
You, the dolphins.
And myself again. Now I'm back on the beach, sitting, looking at the sky.
Okay. And so you can see many moons.
Yes,
How many can you see?
3. One big and 2 smaller.
Are they always visible, or is it during nighttime?
Always visible.
And are they visible at the same angle? In other words, can you see the entirety of each moon all the time, or different phases?
Different phases, much like ours.
And so what else can you tell me about this planet? You said it's in the Andromeda system.
Yes, much bigger than Earth, but we all live with the planet and with each other, not against everyone. We all live in peace.
In peace.
Hmm.
Is there language that you use? How do you communicate?
We all communicate telepathically for the most part.
Do you use words at all?
Yes.
Or when would you use words?
I think calling for each other or with our children, our partners. That's the more intimate form of communication.
And do you have a name for your people or for your planet?
I'm not sure.
Okay. When you turn into owls or when you merge with them, do you travel far or do you just stay where you are?
We go up the mountain where the hot springs are, or we can go anywhere.
And the cave that you were in at the beginning, is that a place where you go to meditate?
Yes. Some of us live in the caves as well.
Okay. And why would people choose to live in a cave instead of a tree? Seems like a very different environment.
I feel like that's where I live. Now I see like a home in the cave by the pool where I was floating. It looks like where we live. Some of us live in the caves or the trees or in the mountains.
When you're in the cave, do you actually live there all the time, or do you go there for a particular purpose?
I think we live here sometimes and in the trees sometimes. Maybe for like different weather. When it rains, we can go to the caves.
And then you mentioned that there is a mountain and there are hot springs on it. Are the caves in the mountain, or is the mountain a special place that you go to?
Both. I feel like we don't stay in one spot. We try to move around and stay where we want.
Okay. And do you ever leave the planet?
Not physically.
Do you leave it non-physically?
Yes.
How do you do that? And where do you go?
To Earth,
Why do you go to Earth?
where I'm more connected to.
How are you connected to Earth?
Through my physical body there.
So are you living in both places at the same time?
Yes.
I see. Why did you choose to be on Earth at the same time?
To live more, experience more.
So we're going to let you go for now so that you can complete your healing with the dolphins, knowing that whatever healing is done there will be brought over to your human body as well. And would it be okay for us to return and talk to you again another time?
Yes.
I really appreciate you taking us on this exploration and showing us around your beautiful planet.
Thank you.
Is there any message that you want to send to your human counterpart?
That she's taken care of and that we love her.
Thank you.